cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners.
Bad Jackie and I'm starting this off. The Rams get down so nobody scoff. And don't you worry cause the Rams are rapping. When game time comes we'll be back to Jackson. We can't sing and our dance is not pretty, but we'll do our best for the team and the city. So get on your feet and clap your hands. Let's ram it right now with the LA Rams.
What is up, my Ramilia? Let's ram it. I just came on. I was going to come on earlier. I was at Disneyland, the Rams' other house. And we were hoping to get on the new Mickey and Minnie ride, and it just opened today, and we didn't make it. We didn't get there on time. It's okay. We're going to go next time earlier, and you got to get on a group. You got to get a group boarding pass, and so we have a plan of action. So the next time we go, probably on Wednesday, I'll be able to get on it. But it was cool. I had my shirt on. I did a live on there, and don't really have a good signal from there, but it was I love going to Disneyland ever since I was a kid. Love getting on the rides, just looking at stuff, chilling, and it was a cool time. And I'm sorry I've been MIA. I haven't been on the channel, but I've been on my lives, but I've been on my community page. If you guys have been seeing the news on my community page, the Rams have a new offensive coordinator, and we'll get to that. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Well, later on today, rather. It's past midnight now, but yeah. So I think he's going to do a great job. Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur was our offensive coordinator in 2017. Mike LaFleur, whatever he did with the Jets, that's the Jets with McVay and our guys, Stafford, veteran guys, big name guys. We'll be fine. He's got a similar offensive scheme, that McVay likes to run. So that's why we got him in there. McVay's, there was a lot of pressure, and McVay, hands on everything. And so now what he's going to do is he's going to still be hands-on, still be overseeing stuff, but he's going to, that's why you get assistant coaches. And so it's going to help alleviate his stress level and workload, and a happy coach, happy team, happy coach, and we start winning. But there's a lot to go over in this off season, but yeah, sorry, I haven't been on the channel live streaming. I've been wanting to, but I've been really busy. And so I'll be on tomorrow. I work in the afternoon. So just so you guys know, and I've been on my community chats. If you guys see it on my community page on news and stuff that's coming up. CG, what's up, brother? He says, hey, Ramilia, what's up, brother? He says, how long have you been a Rams fan? Great question. Since 1979. This is a very catchy song. Yeah, SG. That's an old school from the mid 80s. Give you a quick thing on this. The Super Bowl Shuffle, the Bears, they did a rap song. The Rams, it was a weird time. The Rams did their own version with the Let's Ram It. And it's cringe worthy, but it's also cool because it's old school and you have the star players, and there are some funny lyrics in there, but the Let's Ram It never gets old. But yeah, that's where that came from. The Bears were one of the first teams to do that. The Super Bowl Shuffle, they had their rap song. It was awesome. Ram 1911, what's up, brother? He says, Ram it. Yes, indeed. SG says, I like your Rams fan cave. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. It's late night, so I don't have as many lights on. Aaron Donald's helmet. Who's host? The Champ's House, baby. Yes, indeed. Damian Lee, what's up, Rudy? What's up, Damian? I know you're a little nervous, man. You got a couple more days for the big game, man. Good luck to you. You know, we kid about the Niners and stuff, and you know, we go back and forth, and but you know what? It's just sports. You know, we love our teams. We want them to beat our rivals and be champions. And but I know how it is, man. As a fan, it's very excruciating and very stressful time. You know, we believe in our team, but we have no control over it. Just like when Ben Skoranek was dropping balls in the NFC Championship game in the end zone, and then he dropped the ball in the Super Bowl. He's played better this year, but you have no control over that. Why did you do that? Why did Ramsey drop 2 interceptions in the championship game? Why did Jaquiski Tartt drop that ball that was thrown right to him? It's because of the pressure. It's the what's riding on the game. And stuff like that, you know, it's just amazing. But you know, good luck to your team, man. Good luck to you and your team. SG says, "What's up, Rudy? What's up, brother?" Oh, you're gonna make me do it. You said my name. You said my name. It's like Beetlejuice. Yeah, I just came on to see if anybody else was up. Like I said, we got back not too long ago, and I wanted to just see who's up. And I'll be doing a real live tomorrow. I'm getting my clips in there. Got some pretty cool clips. Birthdays to Sean McVay and the great Jack Youngblood. Rudy. But thank you, SG. Sorry, don't get me. I'm sorry. Aaron Donald's helmet said. Aaron Donald's helmet. Mike White to the Rams. We'll see. That's a good comment. SG says, what are some of your favorite moments from Rams history? Oh man, there's so many of them because I've been a Ram fan since 1979 as a kid when they were in the Super Bowl against the Steelers. Vince Ferragamo throwing to Preston Dennard against the Cowboys. Vince Ferragamo beating the Cowboys in Texas Stadium. The next year, Roger Staubach retired to get to the championship game. The Rams beat the Cowboys. So many. Eric Dickerson, 248 yards versus the Cowboys. 1988, the Rams needed to beat San Francisco and Joe Montana at Candlestick to make the wild card, kind of like they beat us last year in the last game to get to the playoffs. We needed that win to get to the playoffs, and we thumped Joe Montana and then Cowboys at Candlestick. We used to call that, believe it or not, the house that Jim Everett built, because 3 straight times in the 90s, we would always split and we'd always beat the Niners at Candlestick with those great teams, Ronnie Lott and all those guys. Jim Everett, Henry Eller, Flipper Anderson would beat them at home and then lose at our place or vice versa. And but yeah, Rams beat them something like 31-10, 31-17, something like that. They sacked Joe Montana like 6 times, picked him off 3 or 4 times. Jim Everett had like 3 touchdowns, and it was an amazing game. Just so many. The catch Ricky Pro in the Tampa Bay game, in the championship game, on the side of the bottom side of the left side of the end zone, and the tip of the end zone. Amazing. The Rams winning the first championship, the first Super Bowl in St. Louis. As a member, as a part of the St. Louis Rams, 4 OG Rams drafted players were on that team. Mike, the linebacker was a Mike. You know, my mind is blank. Anyway, we made the tackle on Dyson and held him out from tying us. And amazing, just so many. The Super Bowl this last year in Los Angeles, the parade. On and on and on. Aaron Donald's helmet says Super Bowl 56. Yes, indeed, baby. Yeah, she says I like it's like happy wife, happy life. Exactly right. Exactly right. Aaron Donald Thomas says, ready for the Niners to advance to Super Bowl 57. Yeah, we're gonna see, man. It's gonna they have a good chance. Their defense is something else. Brock Purdy. I still get a crack. Brock Purdy, right? I mean, if he's all you can ask for a young quarterback, any quarterback, is win. And frankly, the results speak for themselves, but he's been very, I'm not going to say lucky, but he's been very fortunate that some of those passes have not been intercepted, because there's, Diggs had the ball like this, and there's a couple of plays, but sometimes you need some breaks, and right now they're falling his way. Some of those could have been very turning points in the game. We will see, but I like his moxie. I like he's a gamer, good game manager. His thing is like Jimmy Garoppolo. He's like a more mobile Jimmy Garoppolo in the fact that he's got a pretty okay deep ball. He doesn't have a strong arm though. He's very accurate, and he throws inside the numbers really well. Good timing plays. You have to disrupt that. He's a shorter player, so I would have my defensive guys, if you can't get in there, put your hands up, knock some balls down, get in the way of the passing lanes, bump the little, they like to sneak Kittle out. Kittle lines up like he's going to block, and then he takes a couple of steps and maybe even engage somebody and then take off, and he's wide open down the middle like the Cowboys play. It was a very controversial play because they were saying he was on the line. He shouldn't have been able. He was an ineligible receiver, and he got that bobbling catch. That's what they were saying. But if they don't call it, they don't call it. It was a great schemer. It was a great scheme by Shanahan. SG says, what are some of your favorite moments there? We got that one ready. Yes, indeed. Yep. Aaron Donald Thomas says, we got that one already. IJ, is it IG? Hola pues, Ramilio, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. Tony Korn, yo, what's up, my brother? SG says, I would love to see Tyler Higbee score TD by driving in the end zone, full of skills. Yeah, that'd be cool. Steve Supremo, Philly, hold my beer. Yes, indeed. That's going to be a good game. The Cowboys, I haven't really, because of the East Coast team, the Eagles, I haven't really followed them too much. I don't play fantasy football. I know about the main stars, but it's very evenly matched. The main thing is, whereas Kyle Shanahan can scheme Brock Purdy and put him in light where he can thrive and hand the ball off to CMC, hand the ball off to Debo, hand the ball off to Elijah Mitchell, who's hurt right now. Who knows if he's going to be at full strength, but they got CMC. He's feeling better. He was having a problem, but he's a gamer. It's a little easier for Brock Purdy because the scheme helps him. Jalen Hurts is a great player, and he's the engine that makes that team go. So, but we'll see if he's up to the task. Steve says, told you Ryan's to then Sean to Arizona months ago. Yeah, good cause. SG says, I'm going to have a pretty great time on Sunday, man. That's that play on that name, Purdy. That's funny. Kaylin Vu, since Rams got knocked out of the playoffs and 49ers take the NFC West, it is completely okay with the Niners getting their quest for 6. Is it completely okay with the Niners getting their quest for 6? No, it's not. I don't want that. But if they win it, just like us, if we won it, so you can't say anything about it. But if they were to win it this year, in a year that's been so weird, the NFC West, all of the quarterbacks were out. All of them. Murray, Stafford, Trey Lance, and then Jimmy Garoppolo, and Brock Purdy still in there though. We had Baker Mayfield playing for us at the end. A weird season. The Jets and Dolphins were the bells of the ball, so to speak. Amazing, weird year. But if they were to win, not that it's okay, but they would get my respect because they were able to finally overcome. Once you get the monkey on your back, It's hard to get it off. You've been close. Like we were close in 2018. 2019, we took a dump. We won the Super Bowl last year. 2022, this year, we took a dump. Now we're going to come back again. But this year, we took a dump because we had injuries. All teams have injuries. That's not the excuse. What I'm saying is we had injuries, and then it's to key guys. And then because we're top heavy with big names, we just didn't have enough players to compete and close out the deal. Example, Tampa Bay, that game was over. We should have had that game. Example, when the Cowboys had Cooper Rush, we couldn't put up enough points to basically with Matthew Stafford, Higbee, and Cooper Kupp. We couldn't put up enough points to beat him, but we could have beat him if we had a couple more of our guys. And Cam Akers' head was right because he was playing better at the end. What else? The first game against the Niners, it was a close game throughout, and all the way to the fourth quarter until we had a throw and we were one dimensional. But who knows? But 3 or 4 more games. But it doesn't matter. This season's over. But we couldn't recover because anytime you have Stafford is out, your number one receiver Cooper Kupp is out, Aaron Donald, who never missed a game in his life, finally missed games. There's going to be a problem, and then all your offensive line are shuffling. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's what happened. But the main thing is we were able to get that Super Bowl, and but no, it wouldn't be okay. But they would get my for sure they would get my respect. I wouldn't like it, but that is what it is. But that I wouldn't. I really think it's KC's year though, and I see that Mahomes amazingly has recovered. I don't want to say he's 100%, but he's moving around. Wow. He looks pretty good in practice. Just he's not limited. And so they're being careful with him, but he looks very agile. Amazing. Steve says Jimmy Lance and Purdy walked into a bar and 2 went on IR. Purdy didn't hit the bar because he was too short. SG says it's pretty good, which is a parody of the line. It's pretty good from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I love that show. Larry David, love it. Steve-O says it's take 6 now. Yeah, man. Have you guys get that last one? That's an amazing run, man. 6 Super Bowls, amazing. Kaylin Vu says Broccoli Purdy can be the first rookie to be starter if Niners get the Flying Eagles. Yeah, the whole thing about I want to say this. No rookie quarterback has ever blah, 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 right? The media. Yes, it's impressive because he's a rookie. Yes. Amazing. Okay. Now, put that aside for a second. This team is perfect for Brock Purdy. He doesn't have to do it too much. He just doesn't, that's the thing though. He has faced some pushback with defenses coming at him, and he's balled out. He's had some very fortunate bounces of the ball not landing in defenders' hands, but he's not carrying the team. He's an integral part of it, and he's playing a great game manager and making plays. And so right now, while he's new, the team's just barely started to get a little book on him. And that's why in the first half of the Seahawks game was a little tough. And then the let's just face it, the Niners are just too talented. They just overthrew them. But for a while, Geno Smith could have made the difference in making some plays there. They started out slow. Second half, he didn't show up. And credit to the Niners defense. But this Niners team, the way it's made, is perfect for Brock Purdy to step in. But it is amazing how he's played. You cannot say anything about that. Caitlin Vu says Purdy for Super Bowl 57 starting rookie quarterback. That'd be crazy. Where is Zeke? Los Angeles Eagles this weekend. Yeah, well, we're rooting for those guys. We're rooting for those guys. Steve Supremo says no running QB1 it either. Yes, indeed. Yes. Well, yeah. I was going to say John Elway, but he's a pocket passer too. SG says they should make a movie called Brocky. Yeah, they gotta. That's a good call. They gotta. He's got to win it though. This is a great story so far. You got to finish it. Let me show you guys something while I'm here. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm gonna put you guys on pause real quick. Let me see what's up with my dog. There's probably nothing in her bowl. Hold on. Be right back. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hold on.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red at my side, standing in the wind blowing hot from the north. We were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gonna ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA. We love it. I love LA. We love it. We love it.
All right, here we go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I wanted to just I got a couple of clips ready. This is all over. You guys probably already seen this, but the Cowboys fans getting mad for losing the game. And I can empathize with that when your team loses. These are just funny clips. So here's one. Somebody posted this on Twitter, and it says basically Jerry Jones fooling with Dallas Cowboys. And you get the idea. Jerry Jones gets these players and doesn't do quite enough. Gets a player out there and then kind of like takes it back because he sticks with Dak, and he doesn't get guys over the top to help him win the championship. And since Jimmy Johnson's been gone, and they won one after that, but you know what I mean. It's in recent times. So check this clip out. And then pardon, I saw these clips, but I'm not sure if there's bad language. So excuse me if there is, just a warning. I don't think there is, but here we go. So here's the angry Cowboys fans. Here we go.
Yeah, you know.
I could tell you, I would never do that, but thank you, LA Rams. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. I appreciate it. He says, what's happening, Ramley? What's up, brother? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. It's just a late night stream. I want to see who was up. Thank you, brother. I can empathize with that feeling, man. How many times have we want to throw the remote? You're like, are you serious? Touchdown. There's a holding penalty or whatever, right? Why did you do that? But I can empathize in the Super Bowl when when they gave the Bengals that touchdown, when he grabbed Jalen Ramsey's face mask. Jalen Ramsey is on the ground, and then they gave him this touchdown, and then they're supposed to, New York or wherever the headquarters of NFL is, they're supposed to replay every scoring every touchdown, every scoring possession, and they still let him have it. I was so mad. I was like, "Are you sick? Don't tell me that." At that time, remember, OBJ went down. Our offense was struggling. They were double teaming Cup. We couldn't get anybody. We couldn't get any sustained drives after OBJ went down. And I was so mad. I was like, "Are you serious? We might lose because of a play like that." I was so angry. And I remember in the Super Bowl when the Patriots hit, it was a bomb, not a bomb, but it was a deep pass in the bottom of the end, the right side of the end zone against the Patriots, and they hit Cooks' hand down like that, and they should have gave us first and goal, pass interference, and that's not the reason why we lost, but we could have at least scored a touchdown, and we could have put pressure on them, and who knows, maybe the defense would have, got a turnover in the red zone or something, and but that time they were tired. We only had 3 points. We couldn't get anything going without Cooper Kupp, who didn't play in that Super Bowl because he was hurt, and Todd Gurley was a shadow of himself. We struggled, but yeah, that's hilarious. LA Ram says we got a new OC. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Most of the stuff here I'm going to save for tomorrow. But yes, Mike LaFleur, the coach to Matt LaFleur, and brother to our former offensive coordinator and head coach of the Packers now, Matt LaFleur. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't put my banner up. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, that reminds me of that so much when I empathize with that fan. Yes, she says they should play the song "Gonna Fly Now," and they should have a scene in the movie where Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes are having a fight, and I hope he knocks him out cold in the ring. Yes, indeed. Steve-O says, "Dude laughing was funny." Yeah, that was hilarious, man. Here's another clip. Hold on. And again, if there's any bad language, I'm sorry. I looked at these real quick, and so here we go. This guy is actually burning his jersey.
Come on, man. Dak Prescott. God damn. He's supposed to be my quarterback. Supposed to be my fucking quarterback. Look at this. Trash. Fucking jersey don't even want to burn. That's how trash this shit is. That's how trash that motherfucker is. Look at that shit. Look at trash this motherfucker.
All right, so they're cussing. So that comment though, it was something to the effect of the basically like insinuating Dak is so bad that his jersey won't even burn. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's hilarious. All right, let's see. Whereas Zeke says history shows the Niners defense doesn't do well against mobile or fast quarterbacks. Their defensive ends overcommit and the QB slips out of the pocket. That should be Eagles' game plan. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so the Cowboys defense, Cowboys fan. I'm talking about the Cowboys. The 49ers defense has strengths in all three of phases, in the secondary, in the middle linebackers, and the defensive line. But because you're so fast, you're hunting, right? You're going after the ball. So you can do misdirection. And if you're a fast quarterback, they're looking this way. You can bait them to come towards you because they want to hit you so hard. It's like a guy that blocks shots. He's a shot blocker. You have somebody that does a good pump fake, and you get him in the air, and then you get the foul and maybe get the bucket. Same thing if you have a smart quarterback who's mobile, who can actually throw accurately too, but also is smart. You can and the best way to do it is to the best way to combat that is to, like, Stafford is not a mobile quarterback, but he moves him with his eyes. You know, that no-look pass in the Super Bowl. He moved the linebacker over a little bit with his eyes, and a mobile quarterback can pump fake, look like he's going to give a threat to run, and then whoop, or pump fake and then freeze the linebacker a little bit and just get enough to get the first yard down, or shake him and get longer threats. It's going to be a good game. If Jalen Hurts is up to the task, He, and even though Brock Purdy is a rookie quarterback, I think Brock Purdy has a tougher sledding to win the game, because he's the engine that makes this team go. Brock Purdy could have a bad game and the Niners could still win because of the defense, because of that running game. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be this is the best team the Niners have played so far. Yeah. Steve says we like running QBs. Get tired, make bad mistakes. Yeah, it goes both ways, man. Once they start getting tired, and Jalen Hurts, how healthy is his shoulder, right? So we'll see. P.S. Plus they tried two Hurts last season. We will see. LA Rams says laughing emoji. Yep. The jersey burn. Tebow says, but he didn't burn the kicker jersey. Yeah, man. Imagine having that's one of the reasons why I believe that they didn't do that long kick against the Niners. Because they didn't trust the kicker. Where is Zeke? Mahomes lit the Niners up this year. He slipped out of the pocket. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is something. I really think that he's on a mission. Now, I don't know how healthy he is, because a limping Mahomes is still dangerous, but a fully healthy, leg-wise Mahomes that's agile is a nightmare. So if he gets past the Bengals, which is going to be a great game too, I really think they're going to win the Super Bowl, man. Kansas City. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, who comes out of the NFC. Even if it was us, possibly. I always believe in my team, but Mahomes, I think, is on a mission, man. He's a great player, and anytime you play a great player, you have a chance that you could lose, and we'll see what happens. But I really think it's the Chiefs' Super Bowl to lose. And then watch the Bengals win, because Burrows is something else. And sometimes you just have that other guy's number, and he's 3-0 against Mahomes, amazingly. Steve says we had 7 starters out that game. That's right. Yeah, you did have a lot of starters out that game. But I think in that case, it was more so that the Niners couldn't put pressure on them because the stars were out. But Mahomes is just so smart, man. But that is a good point. Danley says the Cowboys kicker was our 12th man. Shout out to Brett Bauer for for doing what's needed. Exactly right. And it's their fault. It's not, it's up to them to have players that play good. Why even keep a guy like that? I would have just let him go home, man. I would have brought some kickers in, and I'm going with that dude. SG says, why would you break your TV when your team loses because the TV didn't do anything? Yep, exactly right, man. I would not break my TVs. Katrina, excuse me if I butcher your name, but I'm trying this. I'm going to try this. Katrina Newhart. Thank you for Katrina for coming in. Next year, boys, we got this, Rams. Yes, indeed. Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. I'll have more lives. Welcome to the Ramila Sports Report. I'll have more lives and more videos throughout the year. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. And hit the like and subscribe button alert so you can come in more often. It's great to have you. I normally don't do this late, but thank you for coming in. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you so much. Katrina says, love the Rams so much it hurts. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that too. Yeah, you know what? But just remember this, Katrina, that we're coming off of this.
Got it?
So just remember that, right? So you can't win them all. We are in the position we are now because basically everybody and their grandma was hurt. I mean, I was ready to go. Put me in, coach. But yeah. So all teams have injuries, but we had key injuries to key positions that were going to keep us competitive, and because we're top heavy, we have big names, we got to pay those big salaries, those big contracts. So we don't have a lot of depth at certain positions. And that's where we were lacking, like the offensive line, like our second wide receiver, a third wide receiver of Van Jefferson didn't even play till the 6th game. Allen Robinson was sleepwalking for the first 6 games. We couldn't figure out how to use him. So we were very hindered. And then Cooper Kupp went out. Aaron Donald got hurt. Stafford got hurt. It was just one for the ages, but it's at least we coming off of that. So don't worry, it's fine. We got the Super Bowl and the Lombardi for Los Angeles, and we have some time to win another one. So hopefully in the next 2 years, we'll have at least another Super Bowl. Katrina says, anybody but the Niners. Yuck. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love it. SG says, you should make a PSA commercial of why you shouldn't break your TV. Siva says, name a QB with 2 Super Bowls other than Tom or Coach, not Mahomes' year. Name a QB with 2 Super Bowls other than Tom. Elway. Oh, playing now? Nobody. Playing now, nobody. Stafford has 1. The Diva, Aaron Rodgers, has 1. That's it. That is it. Anybody playing? Tom's the only one. Yes, indeed. Katrina says, thanks for that. You're welcome. Yes, indeed. We're all horribly frustrated at this year, but it is what it is, But imagine how frustrated we would be if that wasn't us last year, hoisting that Lombardi. So just like my Dodgers had a horrible season this year, and that's been a couple of years since we won the championship. But you know what? If you win a championship, you get a little leeway. So it's okay. Appreciate you, Katrina. So let's. Sorry, I'm calling you Katrina. Katarina. Excuse me. Sorry. Let me blow my glasses. Sorry, Katarina. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Damon Lee says they need to build a cowboy-proof TV for physical damage and attacks. Yes, indeed. Damon Lee says, Rudy. And with that,
Rudy.
I love that movie. Danny Berry says, what's up, Rams suck? Yes, indeed. What do you got to remember? Why do you got to remind us, Daniel? Go Lakers. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Lakers. It's going to be with AD back, and we got that new guy. The guy's name seems like is it a Japanese name or what nationality is that last name of his? It's very unique last name. The Lakers' new player. But he looks like he's okay. Nothing spectacular, but he's a solid veteran, good size, decent outside shot, a decent wing guy. I think we need to make another move though. Steve-O says we knocked out multiple teams from the playoffs and got multiple coaches fired and made the Cowboys fans fight each other. Yeah, I saw the videos of that too. Damon Lee says Jimmy G has. That's right. That's right. Damon Lee says Jimmy G. But I'm not sure they count because they're 2 rings, but he didn't have anything to do with it as far as winning those rings. Kind of like saying like the Lakers had a guy named Chuck Nevitt, a backup 7-footer who never played, and he had a couple of rings or 1 ring. I know at that time Jimmy G was more important than that. He played a few games in the regular season, but yeah, that's a great trivia question. SG says I'm very funny and I made you laugh with my jokes. Yeah, that was for that. You do come up with some doozies sometimes, SG. Daniel Barry says Mahomes gonna prove everyone wrong. Watch they win it. I really think he's gonna win it. Yes, indeed. Katarina says my Dodgers too. Yes, indeed, the Dodgers. The Dodgers have some things to work on because they're missing a lot of players from last year. Key players, not a lot, but I hate to see Turner go. We don't have We cut the payroll a little bit, so it's going to be a little struggle. Not a struggle, but it's not going to be as easy to win the NFC, the NL West. But maybe that's we made deals at the trade deadline for sure. But maybe that's what we need. We've been a fat cat with our big payroll, and it hasn't paid dividends. So let's make them struggle a little bit, and then see what we need. I'm tired of this. This is what I would tell fellow Dodger fans. I don't care if we won 110 games. I don't care if we won 105 games. The postseason is where it's at. Just like I'm saying, with the Niner fans, I kid them. I call them the regular season empire. The regular season matters, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you go 16-0, 17-0 now. If you don't win that chip, that doesn't matter. They're nice while the season is going. Hey, we swept you. Hey, we blah, blah, blah. We won 12 games in a row. Well, they don't matter if you don't end up as the champions. Nobody cares about that Patriots team that almost went undefeated, but they lost the big one. That's what I'm saying. Same thing with anything. All those streaks and all that don't matter if you don't win that chip. It was helpful for fans to have a great time during the year, better than having a bad season. But you can't put it with the all-time great teams if you don't win that chip, unfortunately. And take like my greatest show on turf, Rams. In 2001, we would have played the Patriots 10 times. We would have beat them 9 times. But they beat us in that Super Bowl. We should have had 2 Super Bowls in that era. And you can't go back. Yes, indeed. Danny Barry says, Daniel suck until they get Ohtani. I hope they do, man. I hope they do. I really think, Ryu, yeah, there you go. Hachimura. Yes, indeed. Japanese. Yep, that's what I thought. Yes, indeed. That's what I thought. When I saw it, I go, hey, that sounds like a Japanese name. That's pretty cool. Yes, indeed. Dan Barry says, Eagles take down the Winers. It's going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to a great game. Looking forward to it. Katarina says, Dodgers, Lakers, Rams all won the chip in the last 3 years. Who else can say that, baby? LA. Yes, indeed. That's exactly right. Those are my teams. That's exactly right. It's Title Town, Los Angeles, baby. Danny Barry says JD Martinez. Yes, and I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be fine. Steve says Tampa. Yep. SG says I like to be goofy. Yes, indeed. Uchimura played college basketball for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and he was a member of the Japanese national basketball team. Oh, that's awesome. I was checking some information. We go back and forth about championships. The Rams won a championship, and they call it the NFL championship in 1945, in 1951 before the merger. And at that time, that's what the championship was, right? So if you had a grandpappy and a great grandpappy, and they were an NFL fan back then, that's the championship that was available. So it drives me nuts when people say, oh, that's not a Super Bowl. Well, yeah, because there was no Super Bowl back then. It was the championship. But I'm just saying that because in this picture, it's hard to see. I wish I would have put it here. There's the banner that's the celebration, the 1951 Rams. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool picture. And then they are running on the field. But yeah, I follow that because in those days, that was like a man's game, right? There wasn't as many teams and all that, but they didn't have helmets like they do today. They have helmets here, but it was very primitive stuff, and some of them, the Packers win all those championships. They had leather helmets. It was in the very infancy of the NFL, but it was a championship. So just like the 1927 Yankees championship means as much as winning it this year if they were to win it, the championships back then. And I don't like how they don't, even the Detroit Lions have NFL championships. I really think they should have those banners, because why would you try and erase history? I mean, look at the players: Dick Night Train Lane, Crazy Legs Hirsch, Norm Van Brocklin, Bob Waterfield, Jim Brown, all these players before pre-Super Bowl era. Why would you try and erase the championships of those? That doesn't even make any sense. And I know that they still call them, they still show them, like, hey, they're NFL champions, but it should be, they count to me as much as anything, because like I said, if you were an older fella in your 90s and you were a Rams fan since then, or whatever it is, a Packer fan, you saw them win the championship. That was the championship back then. And then the teams merged, and now they call it something else. Now, if we get NFL Europe teams, get a team in London, are they going to call it something else? And does that mean the Super Bowl doesn't mean as much anymore? No, but it's different, but it's also the same, because that's the championship. That's just my little take on it, because I don't like how they try and weed things out. That was the championship. These people here were celebrating a championship of the NFL, and that's what that was, so, and even the Chargers won an AFC one. M Ram says Niners better lose this week. Yes, indeed. Steven says that Philly is down. If Philly's down 21-0 at half, do the fans start chanting Purdy? Man, you know what? I'm hoping for a good game. Whoever wins, God bless them. I'm hoping it's a good game, man, because the Niners, as good as they are, there hasn't been anybody to poke them in the chest. The Cowboys have a good defense, but I'm just going to say it, Dak Prescott cracked the bed. I mean, if you take away those 2 interceptions, they had a chance. Those 2 interceptions, the Niners got 6 points. They got 2 field goals. And then he throws a red zone interception. That's a turnaround of like 9 points. If you take off 3 points, the 6 points off the board, if they didn't throw those interceptions, and then let's say the Eagles at least got a field goal in the red zone, that's 9-point difference. And they just barely lost. Dak Prescott, I don't know, man. He's a great athlete, decent player, but man, that's crazy. SG says Rui Hachimura has his own brand of Cabernet Sauvignon wine called Black Samurai. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Rams Johnny C says, "What's up, my brother? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. I just did a quick hangout. I was up and I got back from Disneyland not too long ago. So thank you for coming in, brother. I'll have a live tomorrow and clips and stuff. We'll talk about Mike LaFleur, our offensive coordinator, and we'll talk about our Rams NFC and the NFC Championship game and NFC Championship game." And she says, when the Golden State Warriors played the Washington Wizards in Japan games, when Rui Hachimura gifted Steve Curry a bottle of his signature wine called Black Samurai. And that's awesome. Thank you, SG. Ramzani says, my brother says the New York Giants are better than the Rams. Well, tell him this. The Giants were better than the Rams that finished the season, but not the Rams that won the Super Bowl, because half of our team was on the bench injured. So, yeah, just give him that. Give him that, because he is right. That version of the Giants is better than this version of the Rams that finished the season. So that's fine. Just give him that. Steve says 2 interceptions, 6 points rarely happens. Yes, indeed. That's, you know what? You got to not turn the ball over, Dak. And the Niners defense had something to do with it, but you got to be smarter. I was like, where are you throwing the ball? But hey, the pressure is on. You have guys like Bosa and Greenlaw guys breathing down your throat. Ebicom, a former Ram. The pressure, baby. That's what happens. Katarina says it's going to be weird to see Stafford, Kupp, Donald, and Robinson back on the field next year. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. And also the Cam Akers factor. Cam Akers, I'm going to say this, he's 100% back. He's back to being one of the better running backs in the NFL. He's got a clean slate. Not a clean slate. He's got a reinvigorated slate on his docket as far as wanting to be a Ram, coming back with the Rams. And I'm looking forward to him starting off and being the running back we thought. And then Kyren Williams. We might even draft another running back, which would help. You can't have enough running backs. Hopefully we bring back our guy Baker Mayfield. But it's going to be very interesting offseason. Yes, indeed. Katarina says, and a brand new offensive line, I hope. Yes, we're going to have some veteran guys on the offensive line. Logan Bruss, the rookie that got hurt, is going to be there as well. We are going to shuffle that line, believe me. Wildman Samurai, what's up, brother? How do we fix our offensive line? Well, the main guys that were able to play towards the end of the season were gelling. We might trade Noteboom. I've been hearing some stuff like that. Coleman Shelton's going to have to be signed. Most likely we're going to try and sign a veteran offensive lineman, a couple offensive line guys. We're going to draft one as well. Logan Bruss is there. The offensive line is going to be much improved. Even just playing the same guys while Baker Mayfield was there was a huge difference. If you notice, Cam Akers was able to run the ball. But yes, so there's going to be a big difference in the line next year. Wildman Samurai, great comment. As she says, I'm very international type person who likes to try different foods from all over the world, such as sushi, escargot, and frog legs. Not me, man. I'm willing to try within reason. Ram Daddy says Drac is trash. He lost the game against the Niners. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I feel I have some friends that are Cowboys fans, and I'm like, God, that would drive me nuts if that was my quarterback. I like Dak, and he's gone through a lot, and personal wise, and he just blew that game, man. It's not a one game, it's not a one man sport, but he was very instrumental in them losing that game. Those two picks were killers. Steve-O says when we win, I'm buying yes indeed shirt. We saw Wildman Summers like, I can't donate to your channel, Rudy. I still can't donate to your channel. Whoa, okay. So I'm working on I'm still working on the I told you guys before, I'm working on the I appreciate that, Wildman Samurai, and anyone who else was thinking about this. I'm working on the super chats, so I'm gonna have to cut out some of my videos, resubmit the information. They don't like that I use like Rocky video music and stuff like that. That's fine. I'll cut out some of the videos. I'll save them. Maybe I'll put them on a Patreon. And so if you guys still want to see that stuff, and then the super chats will be able to be up and running because I have everything else. There was some things that they wanted me to resubmit, and I lagged it because I didn't want to delete those videos. But if you did want to donate to the channel, thank you so much. And again, I do have merchandise coming down the pike. I'm going to save it for the off season. I was hoping to get it before the regular season. I know I've been saying it, but if you did want to donate to the channel, I'm going to show you, where's it at? Right here on the top right by my face. Right there is the Cash App. And then if you do donate, I'll shout you out on either this live or the next live or whenever the live is. But I'm working on getting my super chats up and running because that's a big hindrance to me, and I want to do that. But basically, they docked me for having videos like this. Hold on. So like when I do videos like, let's see, when I do this, hold on.
Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios.
When I do videos like that, they don't like it. So when I submitted my information, and mind you, the algorithm and all that, well, not the algorithm, but the likes and viewing hours and all the analytics were double and triple what I needed to qualify to be monetized. I got it through and I said, oh, no problem. I got everything. They sent me something saying, oh, you have these videos that blah, 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 like that with the music. So I'm going to have to delete them and then resubmit it. So maybe I'm still doing my videos. I'll do them in a different way, maybe through Patreon if you guys want to see stuff like that. But they don't like that. So they don't give me any copyright strikes. That's different. But they do dock me for that, and that's why my thank you for Ryan Samurai for bringing that up. But if you do want to donate for right now, you can do that Cash App right there on the top right corner of the screen, and I'll shout you out on a live, the same live or the next live. But that's why my super chats aren't up and running yet. So I just haven't deleted those videos because it's like my babies. Like I'm deleting my videos, but that's okay. So when I resubmit it, hopefully by this summer, I'll be able to have my super chats up and running. But that's why I was like, really? Are you kidding me? I didn't get a copyright strike, but you're docking me for that. So, but yeah. Danny Berry says, will Cup leave? No, he's there. Cup is signed for the next couple of years. Danny Berry says, go Chiefs. Yes, indeed. Steve-O says, Dak had the best game of the season, then faced them boys. There's a huge difference between the two teams. SG says Mexican or Chinese food. I like them both. Mostly Mexican, though. SG says go 49ers. Katarina says the worst part of this last year was when our secondary let Brady drive down that winning touchdown in his last minute. Yeah, we had that game. That was just because we had him again. He was already complaining on the bench, and we had him again, and we let him off the hook. Steve says, buy your Ramsey jersey now before he goes to San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, there's rumors that Aaron Donald's going to get traded. No, the Jalen Ramsey get traded. Or there was one I showed on my community page that they were saying, should the Rams or who was it? Chris Long, former Ram. I love you, Chris Long. I put on there, but no, saying the Rams should rebuild by trading Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, get all these picks and rebuild. I'm like, no. Danny Berry says, yep. GB Val, Rudy, FYI, timing people out lowers chatter engagement and hurts the algorithm. I don't time anybody out unless they get out of, and my moderators too, unless they, we go back and forth. I want it to be, when we talk about our teams, it's all just team chatter. But if it gets out of hand, really bad stuff, I don't want that. I don't condone that. But that's the only time that anybody gets timed out. Or they should. So if anything else goes on, let me know. Ramtani says we have a better state of the Niners. It's so hot and boring. Yes, indeed. That's one thing about the Niners. I like to make fun of them, but that ownership, the Yorks have been so cheap. They I think they own who do they own? Leeds United. They own the soccer team or the American, what is it called? The European Football League team. And they put so much money into being in that league. And with the Niners Stadium and stuff, they were so penny pinchers until this year. They got CMC because they were afraid we were going to sign him. They put all those draft picks in the table to get Trey Lance. That stadium, they could have did a lot better. They have basically the worst stadium, even though it's a newer stadium, in the NFC West. The Seahawks have a nice stadium. The Cardinals have a stadium that's nice too. The floor, you can move the floor outside. It's retractable, the floor. It's a beautiful stadium, and it's SoFi Stadium. I mean, amazing. GB Foss says, I got timed out for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. So, yeah. So, okay. So I'm just going to say this, GB. I'm sorry about that. If the timing out, guys, only do that if they're saying about their team or whatever, if they get out of hand, then that's when you time them out. But other than that, no, just let them be in here. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Sorry about that, GB Val. Steve-O says, Jim be timing people out because he gets trashed in all the China chats. Yeah, my guy Jimbo. I gotta talk to him a little bit, but he does watch my back though. But yeah, I want some of the going back and forth because like I go on somebody's thing and I'll say something like will Shanahan lose back-to-back NFC championship games? Will he add that to his resume on Sunday? That's nothing bad. I'm asking. And then they time me out. I'm like, forget this. So I understand what you're saying. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Steve. I'll let everybody know on that. But yeah, that's not what I want. I don't want nobody timed out unless they really deserve it. But also, timeout is better than block too. But I don't want, Danny Barry says the Arizona Cardinals will win the Super Bowl. SG says it's Leeds United. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Leeds United. Yes, indeed. But let's before I go, let's get back to the Cowboys breaking their TVs real quick.
Yeah, you know.
Oh boy. And so when I was at Disneyland today, like I said before, always around the NFC Championship game, because the last 2 years the Niners have been right in the thick of things. Niner fans are popping up, and I had my shirt on today. I'm like, hey, will this be the year? They look at me and they go, oh, and so we go back and forth, and then there was one brother. There's a few Ram fans like, hey, what's up, brother? Fist bump. What's up, champ? Hey, what's up, champ? So we're walking around, and there's a brother there that I saw, wonderful Ram fan, old school Ram fan, and I'm gonna show him tomorrow, later on today, or when I come on my chat. He was I go, oh man, what's up, champ? Hey, what's up? A senior gentleman, and he had his Ram stuff in, and he goes, oh, look what I got. And he pulled this jacket out of his bag, and let me give him props here. I'm bad with names, so I'm sorry. I told him to check me out, and but I'm bad with names. But I'm gonna just show you this brother here. Props to him. God bless him. Let me just bring him in before I leave. I'm gonna put him on later on too, but you just this is just stuff that I love this, and I interact with everybody, and props to this brother here, right there, Rams fan. And he pulled that jacket. He had that jacket in his bag. It was getting kind of cold. And he goes, "Oh, that's awesome." And I go, "Props to we're the champs, brother." I go, "I'm gonna. Do you mind if I show you on my channel?" So there he is. My fellow Ramelia. I give him my channel information. So props to you, brother. If you see the replay, God bless you, and hope to see you at Disneyland again. I told him I'll see you back again for the parade next year. Because they did a mini parade for the Rams this year at Disneyland. So. Awesome, brother. And he had his little walker there, cool, and I love it, man. When I'm an older dude like that, I'm gonna still be spouting my rounds, baby. SG says the San Francisco 49ers have a big stake in the English Premier League called the Leeds United. Yes, indeed. They put so much money into that, and they were penny pinchers with the Yorks families I'm talking about with that stadium. Danny Barry says 49ers lose the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's what I think too if they get there. Rams Johnny says the Cards will win the Super Bowl in their dreams. Katarina says at least Arsenal is going to win the Premier League for their owner. Yes, indeed. James Lesma still here, Ramley. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Thank you for coming in. I just came in to see who's up, hanging out. Thank you so much. I'll be back later on today. Steve says Rams 8 wins next year. No. I really think they're going to be right back at the thick of things for the NFC West Championship title, and for at least the anywhere from the first, second, or third slot. As far as wins, I could really see us going 11-6 next year. If everything goes good, maybe 12-5, something like that. SG says, what the F is going in the minds of Cowboy fans? How many of them breaking their TVs? Jackson Darker says, just tapping in to say good night, Ramley. Horns up. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you so much. I'll be on later on today. Let's do. I'm gonna say noon. I'm gonna do it at noon. I'll be on around noon or 1 o'clock. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Come in more often and hit the alerts. I'll be on more often. These last 2 weeks have been hectic, and I'm sorry I haven't been coming here, but I've been on my community page. Steve, who's in your schedule? It doesn't. Who's on your schedule? It doesn't matter. GB Ball says Seattle Will Rams are in a tough spot. Yeah, but you know what? I really think with this crew that we have another year or two to be in the thick of things. We'll see what happens. Ram Johnny says, Viva los Rams. Viva los Rams. Yes, indeed, baby. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to give you guys a taste. Did this video load? Oh, by the way, let me see if this lets me load this real quick before I go. Did it load? 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 No, it didn't load. All right, that's okay. All right, I just wanted to see. Here's a taste of what we're going to show later.
There's almost no way. Watch the way he uses the block against Ryan Bates. He near the 5-yard line.
See him all lined up on the left. He's going to heave it to the left if he could buy some time.
In trouble. No. Mariota trying to step away. In trouble. The ball is out. Mariota is down. The Rams recover and the game is over.
Jordan Fuller, David Long, Kobe Durant, and Troy Hill. Murray wanted to swing it. Pressure coming, and Donald!
Is he going to get the sack? It's an intention.
So, yes, indeed, baby. I got some highlights from this last year season. Great plays and yes, indeed. So, there was a lot of good stuff. Bobby Wagner was what we thought he was. He got second team All-Pro, which is a slap in his face. He had one of the better seasons in his career. Should have been first team All-Pro. Aaron Donald got first team All-Pro. Jalen Ramsey was right there. He started coming on at the end. Baker Mayfield rejuvenated his career. Ben Skoranek got me to say his last name right now because he's showing up. Cam Akers got reinvigorated. We got to figure out how to use Allen Robinson towards the end. Tutu Atwell sightings, making big plays. There's a lot of things to take away from this season, and we just put it to the next season, and we'll see what happens. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Katarina says, old school Ram fan, John Hato to Harold Jackson. Yes, indeed. Love it. JB Voss says, if you don't lose your coach, now he'll be back. He's back next year. Steve says, whoa, that's right. He's back for next year. He's back for next year, but we'll go 1 year at a time, Steve Supremo says your window is closed. Better use the door. No, it's not closed. It's cracked open still. Round Johnny says Cowboy fans are crybabies. GB Val says GB Val says Kyler is tiny. He is little. Canary says Lance Renzel and Jack Snow. Yes, indeed, baby. The great Jack Snow. SG said Cowboy fans have gone insane. Niners do that, Chardell. Katarina says Flipper Anderson. Love it. Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, Flipper Anderson. It's hooked. Flipper Anderson. Flipper Anderson hoodie. All right, guys. Appreciate you so much. I'll see you guys at noon. Look for the alert. Yeah, let's do noon or 1 o'clock. I'm going to finish loading some more videos, and we'll see what happens with that. But it's going to be right around noon or 1-ish, so keep an eye on the alerts. I'll talk to you guys later on today. As we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. And my guy SG says, Who's Flipper Anderson? So he was one of the deep threat Rams wide receivers, along with Henry Ellard, number 83. And they called him Flipper because he made flipper sounds like the dolphin, that old show back in the 60s or 70s. And Willie Flipper Anderson from UCLA, well, a great Ram, made the game-winning catch in overtime against the New York Giants in overtime in the playoffs against LT's Giants. Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator. Jim Everett threw him the ball, the legendary Jim Everett, and great receiver. If you put in Flipper Anderson wins the game in overtime versus the Giants, you'll see that play that I'm talking about. Round Johnny says, my favorite player is Jack Youngblood. Awesome. Happy birthday to Jack Youngblood. His birthday was on the 26th. That's going to be another video that I'm going to be showing tomorrow in celebration for his birthday too. So that way you guys can see that. Like I said, I'm sorry I've been away. I'm going to be coming in more often, but this week has been very hectic, but I've been busy with my community page. So I appreciate you. And happy birthday to Sean McVay. His birthday was the 24th. Our coach, our Super Bowl champion, the youngest head coach in the NFL history to win the Super Bowl. Happy birthday to my guy here. And so, yes, indeed. But yes, Willie Flipper Anderson. Yes, indeed. Katarina says, Rudy, you the man. Thank you. I appreciate you. GB Val says, Rudy, and Rudy, remember, a hammer and nail isn't a rivalry. Well, yes, we're the hammer and you guys are the nail. The regular season is one thing, but oh, it's not letting me. That's my background. Hold on. The regular season is one thing, but
SoFi Stadium exploded with excitement. The hometown Rams sending their Golden State rivals, the 49ers, back to San Francisco without the title.
All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. As we always say, may the Vermilion be with you. And Romulators, mount up. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys at noon or 1 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
Rams house! You were with us the whole year to bring the Lombardi home. Every touchdown, every sack, and every no-look pass. This Hollywood story had the picture-perfect ending.
Hey, let's go, man. This is to win the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Matthew Stafford, the comeback king. Stafford sees him. Cup brings it in. Touchdown, LA! He's hit. He's hit. He's sacked. Aaron Donald got there. The Los Angeles Rams are world champions.
Rams house, this is for you.